Alright, and it's your boy IDEF, and I am back with another review for you guys, sponsored by Oversized Boxes. My camera's moved back way far, and it's still not even fully in frame, but, we got the Gamerverse Venom from Spider-Man 2, which I haven't even played yet, but I saw this dude in GameStop like 2 weeks ago, and then I went back like a week and a half later, and he was still there, so I got him. But it was straight up like 9 inches of Venom, bro. I'm gonna pause this so I can turn it around for you because I'm not even gonna do all this. You got this cool image on the back. On this side, you basically just have like a cut down version of this picture. You don't need to see it. You know what's going on. But it's pretty cool. It gives you a little bio. Nothing too crazy, but it's a sick picture. But let's go ahead and run it through the little IDEF system. Is the figure in good shape? Does the figure function as intended? Everything that's included with the figure, plus scaling, and then just my final thoughts. Usually a little pose at the end when I'm talking about it too, unless I forget. Alright, and here he is at a package, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a while since I made the first clips to this video. That's not really relevant, I just wanted to let you guys know. But, he's almost comically large, bro. But is the figure in good shape? Yes. There's not really anything like... that might come off, but I never noticed that before. There's like a couple little white specks up there, and there's like a very small black speck that you can like barely see right there, but like that's the only paint really, and like there's nothing too bad. Like there's nothing to whine about. Even for the price point, I'm not gonna really whine about the paint because I think that's just kind of how it goes. If you want this kind of white paint effect, and they're not gonna put a varnish on it, let's be honest. Like they're just not gonna do something like that. So I don't know. You know what? No, you know what? Marvel Legends do better for this price point. That's actually pretty unacceptable. I'm not gonna raise a ruckus or anything, but this figure is very light. Sorry, he's big, but he's very light for the size. Anyways, but yeah, he's in pretty good shape. But does he function as intended? Let's start at the head. He can look down a decent amount, and because of the way his eyes are, it's kind of implied anyways. If his head's just looking anyway, it kind of feels like he can see everything. But you get a little expression out of him. Actually, sorry, I want to talk about this next. Being that he is a over $60 figure, most places you're going to find him. I know this hasn't happened for everybody's, but I don't think this is necessarily uncommon. What is it, like the inverted ab crunch or whatever it's called? Reverse ab crunch? Non-effectual. Mine doesn't even work. It's not making him part at least, which is cool, but mine essentially just does nothing. So take that into account. I don't know if maybe if I put him in some hot water, maybe that'll make it work or something, but I'm kind of worried hot water's gonna mess with his paint. But anyways, got a little over 90-degree raise, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. Sorry, I forget how big he is. He does have butterfly. It does a little bit. Like, it's not gonna change too much, but it kind of does something. But honestly, you really don't need it. They should have curved this in more and really just let it do something. Got a bicep that swivels all the way around, which is really cool. He has insanely impressive. This doesn't look the best, but he has a really good bend. And then a nice range on his, little hands. And then, let's see if I can get that. It's just enough, and because his arms are so long, when you crouch him down, you can still do cool stuff with him, but that's just so disappointing, bro. And then, go back pretty far. Not much side to side. And then it does swivel. If I break him on camera, you guys saw it, bro. Yeah, it has that weird click. I don't know what's up with that. I almost want to do it, just see what happens. Because I don't love this figure, bro. If it breaks, it breaks. And I feel like it kind of shows that Marvel sucks a little bit in some ways. Not Marvel, but Marvel Legends. I still love you, Marvel. I don't blame you for bad figures necessarily. Sorry. But, it didn't break though. I thought it was going to snap off there. I'm impressed. He doesn't have any sort of drop down, but he still gets a straight up kick. It's pretty good. And then pretty, not quite a split, but that's as much as you really need. And then of course he's got a thigh swivel. Forget that a little bit. Sorry. Really good knee bend. I'm sorry if you guys have probably not been able to see it well. Hold on. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. I don't want to go back and redo the video. If it's bad enough, maybe I'll have to, but we'll see. It's also got this little boot cut. Be really careful if his ankles are tight, though, because mine are loose from like forcing them instead of heating them up. Not ruined or anything, but just be careful. It puts a lot of tension on that little joint right there. But he's got a decent bend. And then look at that. He's got toe articulation. Yeah. Oh. Of course he's got pivot. I mean, you knew he did. I didn't need to show you. You knew. Let's get him stand up. But, besides the reverse crunch, I'm going to go ahead and say he functions as intended, but I really wish that worked because it would really give him an insane crunch. Like, that would be such a flex for Marvel. Even the people I've seen whose works don't seem to really go that far, though, so whatever. I'm not even that upset about it, but for everything that's included, he's got this other head, which, you know, obviously, I like this one more. It's very Venom-y. Obviously that is too, but I just... Also, this head doesn't seem to have really any paint defects or problems, which makes it just kind of look more clean. And then, I guess to go off from that, it also comes with like this little saliva effect that you can just slide on his tongue. I don't know if you're necessarily supposed to take it on and off, but I have put it on and then took it back off, but I don't know if I would recommend doing that too many times. And then he's got two-fisted hands, which is cool. I've noticed a trend that Marvel's doing where they'll give you two hands that don't match, but maybe they're somewhat similar, like action hand, whatever, and then they'll give you the fist or whatever. I'm just like, I don't really get it, bro, to be honest. That's bothering me. But then he comes with this little tendril effect. It's cool. Like, I don't have much to say about it. I like the detailing of it. It kind of reminds me of, like, squid tentacles. I don't know why. Like, it distinctly does not remind me of, like, symbiote, even though... Anyways, I was saying, despite it having all this detailing, that obviously makes it, like, you know, supposed to be part of the symbiote. This is just very, like, octopus squid-like to me. But it's cool. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But, I'm not going to do a lot of scaling for him because, again, in my opinion, I find this design, very, like, it's just so comically large, and I guess I should have noticed that when I bought him. I don't dislike him, I just don't get why this design of Venom is so large. It's just, I don't want to say off-putting. Again, it's just, it almost seems comical, like, he's massive, brother. Let's go ahead and do some scaling. Here's the Secret Wars, Marvel Legends Wolverine. Like, he's so big. Here he is with the Miles Morales from the Spider-Man 2, or I guess it's actually just Miles Morales Spider-Man game. But still accurate sizing, I'm assuming, so holy crap. Why is he so big? It's cool. I just they went a little overboard, if I'm being honest. So I don't have an Insomniac Spider-Man. So here's the Marvel Legends Retro Collection Cell Shaded Spider-Man, because I'm pretty sure he's around the same height as him, and he is a little bit taller than Miles. So it fits. This is about how tall he's going to look next to him, if I'm not mistaken. Also, aside from him being massively oversized, I do think these two look really good together. He's like a video game version. He will totally work as a comic one, in my opinion. And for like sheer, just size comparison, here he is with the Maximum Series Hulk. I don't have anything else to say, bro. He's just so big. It could be because his proportions are so much bigger that maybe that's why he feels lighter, but this Hulk still feels like he weighs more than him. And he has like a rubbery chest too. But his chest is more of like a hollow thing going on, like just straight up hollow. They should have done this. Now, that probably wouldn't have worked with the white stuff unless they integrated it, like the design into the rubber. But that would have went really hard for his articulation. Probably not necessary though. But yeah, that's like, this is to show you, like, this is how big he like really is, bro. I apologize for the angle, but for my final thoughts, he's pretty cool. I mean, aside from that articulation not working, everything else is pretty cool about him. Like, he's not worth the price. Let's just get real. I think it is just the market. I don't think there's much else to say about it. Like, that Juggernaut only coming with like 3 accessories, he was not worth $60, bro. It is what it is, though. But he's pretty cool. Like, if you got the extra cash to, spend on something like that that's not worth that, he's pretty cool. Especially if, like, Venom, like, he's probably not going to disappoint you. And there probably is a way to fix that. I'm just not sure of it yet. But, this is pretty cool. I mean, like, he's been holding this for a couple minutes now. No struggle. And getting this to balance wasn't even hard. And if I wasn't using this arm and he was actually doing like a 3-prong stance, or I just balanced him in a regular, way, I don't know if it would have been easier, but this was a little bit of an issue because this arm's a little bit bendy. But again, he's still holding this pretty easy. But I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say about him. I might try and make another review tonight. We'll see. But I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helps you decide if you want to get him or not. Yeah, I think that's it.